So I've had an Apple Watch since version 1. I'm now on version 10, and I love my Apple Watch. But because it does 1,000 different things, it's taken me a while to figure out even the basics. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 features you need to know to begin to get the most out of your Apple Watch. Hi, my name is Rich. I typically make simple videos on how to use your iPhone and iPad, without going nuts. And though I've had an Apple Watch for a long time, I've shied away from making videos because they're hard to film the way I like to film, which is showing me tapping on an actual watch and such. And because the watch does so many things beyond telling time that I didn't even know where to begin. In today's video, I'm going to tackle both of those problems and show you 5 simple tips on how to use your Apple Watch. My guess is you bought your watch, paired it with your iPhone, set up a single watch face, and haven't done much since then. Because I like to make simple videos, today is not a deep dive on how to use your Apple Watch and the 957 things it can do. I'm going to keep it basic and simple. And by the way, in this video, I'm using the Apple Watch 10 running watchOS 11. But even if you have an older watch, my guess is you'll still be able to do most of what I'm going to show you. So today I'm going to cover Control Center and the things you can do there, how to add widgets to your Widget Stack, that's super handy, how to set a timer, I found that I use this more than I thought I would, how to add and set up a new watch face on your iPhone, and then lastly, the best way to activate and use Siri. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you how to reboot your Apple Watch, which often fixes a host of issues. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is just Control Center. This is the Apple Watch 10. It's got a crown on the side, but it's also got a button right here on the side. And if you press that button, that's how you get into Control Center. And you can take the crown and just scroll around in here. And these are the things that you might need to get to quickly, and that's why they're in Control Center. For example, this little white button over here on the left, that's cell service. This actually is a watch with cellular service. You may not have that if you don't have a cell service watch. Bluetooth is connected here. It's connected to Wi-Fi right there. The little airplane is airplane mode. If you get on an airplane, you're supposed to put your phone and your watch and so forth into airplane mode, and you can just tap that and you're good to go. The number right here tells you how much battery life you've got. And here, you can also turn on low power mode. And when low power mode is on, when the watch gets down to a certain battery level, it'll sort of shut off some functions to give you a little bit longer time in using your battery. I don't typically turn that on because honestly, I charge my battery every night and it seems to last all day with the way that I use it. There's also a feature here that's really handy. So if you have an iPhone, like I do, that's paired with your watch, which of course you will, and you don't know what you've done with your iPhone and you have your watch on your wrist, you can just tap the little iPhone button and it'll ring the phone, just like that. And that way you can listen and find out where your phone is, and you can just keep doing that until you locate the phone somewhere in your house. Usually for me it's between a couple of cushions because it slid out of my pocket. The watch also has a flashlight, and if you turn the flashlight on, or torch if you're in Europe, you get a nice bright white light, and that can sort of provide you with a little light if you're in the darkness. But also there's a safety feature. If you slide over, you'll notice that it's flashing, and that way if you were needing help, you might be able to turn that on and someone would be able to see where you are a little bit better with a flashing light. And then if you're in a movie theater or something like that and you just need a little bit of light but not much, it actually has a red light feature on there too. So that's kind of handy the way that that can be done. Also, you've got focus modes that are on here. If you use focus modes with your phone, you can turn those on, and that will affect how your watch is being used. You can also put it into silent mode, and you can just turn that on. You can also tap and hold it, and you can turn it on for an hour or until this evening. I'll turn it back off, like that. If you go to the movies or you're in a theater, you can put the watch in theater mode. And when you do that, it turns on Do Not Disturb, so you've got no sounds coming out of your watch. And it allows you to watch the movie theater without disturbing people that are around you. But sometimes you got to remember to turn that off. And if you'll notice when it's on, if I go back to the main screen, you'll see the little yellow masks up at the top, and that's kind of a reminder to go in there and to turn that off when you're finished. It's also got volume control right here, and you can just use the crown to turn the volume up and down. It's also got where you can send the sound. So right now, the Apple Watch actually has some speakers, and you can listen to music or a podcast on here. But you can also send it out to other devices that you may have. I have some AirPods that I can send it to, and you can connect them from here. And then it's got font size. So my eyes are not what they used to be, so I kind of like my text to be a little bit bigger, a little bit easier for me to see. And from here you can just slide your crown, roll your crown back and forth to change the text size. I think I'll leave it about that size so I can actually see it. Now there are some other features that you can add into Control Center, and if you tap on Edit, there's a hearing feature that you can add. There's a walkie-talkie feature. I don't use these. There's school time, water lock. Water lock is if you go swimming and you have your watch on, you can turn that on and it will allow you to go underwater, and then you can press it and it'll actually shoot water out of the watch. It's got a little pump inside of there that shoots the water out. And then you can get announcements and a few other things here, and you can edit that the way you like it. And if there's something up here that you don't want, like maybe focus mode, you can just tap the little red minus and you can get rid of it. And that's how you do that. And that's pretty simple. And that is how you use Control Center. Next thing I want to talk to you about are widgets. Now if you've got your phone like this and you just take the crown and you scroll up, you can actually get to some widgets in here. And you can see I have a few. I've got one that's got the phone and exercise and messages. I've got one with podcasts right there, and I've got one with the weather. But you can add widgets in here, and if you tap and hold, you can get rid of the widgets that you have on there. So maybe I want to get rid of the podcast widget, so I'll just tap on that and then I'll hit the little minus and it's gone. And now I'll add a widget. So maybe I'll add the calendar right there. When I go back to my home screen right here and I scroll, now I've got the outdoor walk, I've got the calls, I've got the weather, I've got my calendar in there too. So all of that is right there at your fingertips. And when you get to these widgets, if you want to get into the weather, you can just tap on the widget and it automatically takes you to the weather. And then you can use your crown to scroll through all of the features of each app that you open with widgets. But you can customize widgets in here any way that you want to do it. And that's it. That's how you add widgets to your widget stack. You know, I never thought I would use this, but I actually find that I do more than I thought that I would, and that is setting a timer on my watch. You know, sometimes I'm out in my shop working and my wife will say something like, hey, dinner's going to be ready in 15 minutes. And so I want to remember that I've got to come in 15 minutes. And the easiest way to do that is simply to pull up Siri by pressing on the crown and just telling the number of minutes you want for a timer. And you don't have to say set a timer or anything like that. You just press on it, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, counting down.
And just like that, you've got a timer running. You know, and again, it'll show you a little icon up at the top if you want to get to that timer. You can tap on it and you can go back in, and of course you can turn it off when that 15 minutes is up. But that is just a quick and easy way to set a timer. Simply press the crown and then speak the number of minutes you want your timer to run. Pretty simple. The next thing I want to show you is just how to add watch faces to your watch. Now, you can press and hold, and I've got a number of watch faces here set up like this. That's a different one, and that's the one we were just on. And you can add a new one right from your watch. But I have found it's just easier to do it from the iPhone. At least it is for me. So we'll go over to the iPhone. I'm going to open the Watch app. And when you land, you can see down here you've got My Watch, Face Gallery, and Discover. And on My Watch you can see the various watch faces that I have. And what I want to do is actually add a watch face. So I'm going to go to Face Gallery. And here you've got a whole bunch of choices. Apple is giving you all kinds of different watch faces that you can set up on your watch. And I like to have a number of them that are on there because sometimes I like something to look a little bit different in the evening. And some of them are really powerful in the things they do. Some of them are really unique, like liquid metal. So I encourage you to take your time and go through here. But I think I'm going to open up Modular. And once you tap on Modular, you can customize it a little bit. So you can change the color like that, and you can see what it will look like. You can also choose a black background like that, or a blue background based upon the color you've chosen. Again, it's like that. And you can go through here, and if you want multiple colors on there, you can tap sort of that multicolored thing, and now you get a whole bunch of different stuff. Once you've found your watch face and made a couple choices here, you can just tap Add, and you'll see that it goes down to My Watch Face. And right there it is. And if I tap on that, it's already added it over here to my watch. But you can put Set as Current Watch Face, just like that. If I wanted to go back to, say, this one, I could go back and tap on Set as Current Watch Face. And there you see it changed. But when you add a new one, like we just did here on this one, and we'll set this as our current watch face, you can customize how that looks. So I'm not going to go swimming, so I don't want depth. Every one of these pieces of information are what's called complications, and you can change those to be anything you want. So for example, the middle right here, which is right in the middle of the watch, it says depth, and that's if you're going deep sea diving or something like that. I don't really want that, so I'm going to take that out of there. I think what I'm going to put in there is news. I'll just put news. And now you'll see it shows up over here. I think for the top left, I'm going to put the phone, because I can make phone calls on my watch just like that. I'll leave the time, the date, and then in the bottom left, I think I'll put a forecast, and the bottom middle, I'm going to put the weather again, except this time I want conditions, so that'll show the sun. And then in the bottom right, I think I'll put mail. And I can tap on there and get my mail just like that, and then I'll put Set as Current Watch Face, and that's it. That's how you add another watch face. And again, it's easy to do this on your phone, a little bit easier than trying to do this right here on your watch. But if I want to change watch faces and I don't have my phone, I can just press and hold like that and change it to another watch face. Press and hold, change it to another watch face like that. That's kind of a unique one that Apple just came out with. Or I can go all the way back over to what I had just done right there. And that's how you add a watch face. Pretty simple. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is just how to activate Siri. So you can put your watch in the hey and then listen to Siri mode if you want, or you can actually use raise to speak. So if you just raise up your wrist and speak to your watch, Siri will hear you. So here's my experience. It just doesn't work very well. I'll raise my wrist and I'll say something and it doesn't get it. And then I'll raise my wrist again and I'll try it again and it doesn't get it. And then I'll raise my wrist again and this time it'll get it. And I just got tired of fooling with that, so it's just easiest to press the crown and ask for something. Do the Reds play today?
The Reds meet the Pirates at 1:40 p.m.
So there, you can just get information like that. Open settings, and just like that you can get into settings. And that's just the quickest way to invoke Siri, just using the crown on your Apple Watch. And I would suggest you do that and avoid a whole bunch of frustration. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about is just how to reset your Apple Watch. I can tell you there have been so many times that I've been out walking and I've got my AirPods in and I'm listening to a podcast, and then I'll ask Siri to make a call and she can't make the call, and it goes back and forth. It's just an endless battle trying to get things to work right, and it's so frustrating when that happens. What I have found is just rebooting the Apple Watch fixes that almost every single time. And to do that, all you have to do is press the crown and then the side button at the same time and just hold them in for a second until the little apple appears like this. So we'll reset the watch. It takes just a second for it to kind of go down and then begin the rebooting process there. And once the apple comes back up, it takes a few minutes for it to fire all back up and get ready to go. But when I do that, I find that it fixes most of the issues that I've had with the Apple Watch. Good to know. I don't know about you, but I really do enjoy the Apple Watch, and my hope is this video provided a useful tip or two that'll help you get more out of your Apple Watch. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.